How are you guys doing today? My name is Anima and today we have a post-commentated Pokemon ORAS Wi-Fi battle for you all, this time against Evan. Evan, your Twitter link will be in the description down below. Thank you for appearing on the channel today. I know you all like lives, I know you do, but some of you like post-coms. So we're having a balance of those. We're trying to make all of the people happy as much as we can, ladies and gentlemen. Anyway, Evan's team is pretty damn scary. There'll be a question of the day at the end of the video, by the way, if you're interested in that kind of thing, but telling me what colour your socks are, your underwear, whatever, just tell me. I don't know, I'm completely open to that. No, please don't tell me the colour of your underwear. It's inappropriate. Anyway, his team is kind of like, it's a bit interesting, it's a bit different, and you can see my team. I was requested to use Grumpig and a Seviper, and it was pretty damn fun, so we're just gonna hit play, and you're gonna see pretty much exactly what I saw, ladies and gentlemen. So I did decide to lead with Booker. Looking at his team, I was like, meh, this is like a Sash lead Booker, but it's not with spikes or anything like that. We're actually just purely offensive with U-turn, just in case it's a matchup I don't like. So I do go for that U-turn because I can't OHKO this Crustle for love or money, plus it's sturdy, and that U-turn actually does a pretty decent amount of damage, so that led me to believe that this was a Shell Smash set that didn't have max defense. So I did decide to go right into my Basculin, who is actually Adamant Choice Scarf, so I thought I could outspeed this thing even if it went for a Shell Smash, so I felt comfortable going straight for the Waterfall. Choice Scarf Basculin isn't really something I've seen, but I wanted to try it because I needed some speed on this team, which kind of looks a bit slow. So yeah, we do manage to go for the Waterfall, and he switches in this Muck, which decides that that Waterfall is absolutely delicious, and takes it with its sack of sludge and all that crap, flipping me off in the process, and yelling at my cow, which I don't really feel very good about. I tried to make a cow with the word holy, and it didn't work, because like, holy cow, that would be pretty funny, but no, it didn't work out, so we're gonna go for the Stealth Rock, as he recovers with his like, stuff. And he's gonna go for the Stockpile, which is gonna boost his defense and special defense to utterly disturbing levels, and I don't really want to deal with that, but I thought I could probably deal with anything this Muck went for. You know, just whatever, I don't really care, because I'm a fully defensive Miltank with rocks. We're kind of just like a support set, really. We've got Heal Bell and Seismic Toss and all that good jazz. But he's gonna go for Power Punch, and I thought, I don't know. I really don't know how I feel about this, but we did go for the Seismic Toss just to kind of show that we have it and show that we can, you know, we can deal with this thing no matter what boost it gets. So I wanted to kind of show to him that stockpiling too much wouldn't be very effective. But he's actually going to go for the Poison Jab, and I kind of expected him to either go for Poison type move or Power Punch again, so I bring in Ghost, the aforementioned requested Seviper. So this Seviper is a Shed Skin Rest Coil set with, so with Coil, Poison Jab and Earthquake as the main attack moves, and the rest obviously. The Shed Skin is supposed to appear and, you know, make you okay kind of thing. So we do decide just to go for the Coil to get our attack and defense up. We're going to be better able to take these Shadow Sneaks. And, you know, it's not doing that much damage, but it's, you know, it's not amazing. But this Earthquake does do a really good chunk of damage to this Muck, which I assume is physically defensive just because it took Adaptability, Waterfall from Adamant Basculin very, very well, all things considered. All of those things considered. So he's going to go for that, their second Shadow Sneak, as I go for the rest. Now, looking back on this, I wasn't completely happy with this play of mine, because my Seviper is going to go to sleep. And I wanted to go to bed just because I didn't feel comfortable that I'd be able to confidently outspeed the rest of his team and pull off a rest another time. So out comes Polly. My opponent is monopolizing on the fact that I'm asleep. My Shed Skin did not go off and go to this last week. So this is really, really cool. Not really. I'm going to switch out now and go into my Magic Bacon, the Assault Vested Grumpig. We are max HP, max special attack. We're meant to just sort of kick shit and take shit as well. This is because, I mean, I wanted to use a special defensive Grumpig, kind of, but I wanted something a little bit, not completely expected, so I went for the Assault Vest and so on. It does actually have Focus Blast, which is something I didn't realise Grumpig could have. Speaking of things I didn't realise things could have, Polly goes for the U-turn, and I didn't actually know Chatots could pack that at all, so I was surprised. That damage was a lot, and I didn't like it very much, but we do go for the Psyshock, trying to break through confusion, and we actually managed to pull it off. Magic Bacon debuting very, very nicely and getting off a Psyshock on Mr. Krabby. So Mr. Krabby's going to take that pretty damn well, and that's because Kingo has decent defensive bulk and is going to take me out with the Crab Hammer. So I'm going to go into Crow, And my thinking there was my opponent would predict me to go for Sucker Punch and switch out, and I was actually going for Spikes then, but he went for Exo, and I was like, oh. But this does tell me he's not choiced in any way, he's not Scarfed or anything like that. And Scarfed Kingler is a pretty cool thing. I mean, Kingler is pretty slow, but because it's just slow, people don't expect it to outspeed stuff, and you can get a good old Crab Hammer smash off, and that's pretty cool. So out comes Crustle, and at this range of HP I feel pretty confident that I can take it out with a Bug Buzz. Coupled with the earlier knowledge obtained from you turning at it, I know that we can take this thing down fairly well, because it didn't take U-turn from like Excelgor, and Excelgor is not very physically strong at all. So out comes a Pancake. And it's a pancake. What can I really tell you? It's a goddamn pancake. So he's gonna go for the T-Bolt, that was, I believe, not even Discharge. And I'm gonna... What was that Discharge? I'm not really sure. Anyway, I'm gonna get paralyzed, and that's not amazing. But we do have Giga Drain. We have Giga Drain, Bug Buzz, and Sludge Bomb, perhaps. I think that's how it went. And my opponent is going to go for Earth Power as we continue to spam Giga Drain. Yes, you did see that Booker does still outspeed a Stunfisk even while paralyzed. That's because Excelgor's base speed is like 140 something, so it's absolutely ballistic. Anyway, out comes Muck, and Muck's like, man, but we can, you know, we're just gonna, you know, just get paralyzed to all hell because that's what paralysis does. And I thought I could still have use for Booker, so I am going to switch out here, and I do have Heal Bell on my Miltank, so I still can remove the paralysis and get a powerful hit off potentially. There is a Meganium lurking around in the background, and I'm just going to tell you right now, that thing is a ball ache. Meganiums are just really, really bulky, and just overall monsters, really. So Diddle's going to come out, and we're going to be completely happy with this Muck. We're just going to spam Seismic Toss at this point, because I really do want to kill this thing, and I don't want it to just, you know, fart around and do stuff. But he's going to go for the Poison Touch, Poison Jab, trying to get maybe a little Poison Touch, poisony situation going off there. Fortunately for me, it does not happen. Not that it matters that much overall, because as I said earlier, ladies and gentlemen, I do have the Heal Bell, and actually, I forgot that I even had the Heal Bell, which is why I didn't go for it straight away. I would have done that, but I forgot, so that was kind of uncool of me. It would have woken up my Survivor as well, so anyway, out comes Cheeto. Cheeto, I'm gonna print out your picture and throw darts at it. So I'm gonna go out into Ghost, because I figure I can take whatever this thing goes for nicely. Because I'm Poison type, unless this is a sweeping Meganium with EQ, I'm gonna be just fine. And Meganium's attack stat isn't that impressive, but in saying that, Survivor's defense stat isn't that impressive either. So I'm gonna get Dragon Tailed out into Diddle, which is sort of fine, really. I'm completely okay with that. Thankfully, the Dragon Tail doesn't do that much damage, so my Survivor can take sort of hits from it, and my Survivor is the only thing that can deal with Cheeto, really. I mean, my Excelgor can, to an extent, if I need to kind of whittle this thing away a bit. And you're going to see this Giga Drain. That is a pretty potent Giga Drain. That looks like a pretty low roll there, because I remember it doing kind of more damage than that. But this thing's Giga Drains really do start hurting after a while. I can't really hurt it, like, that much. It's going to be a serious war of attrition if I sit there and keep going for Seismic Toss, and I don't really like doing that much. So I am going to go for that Heal Bell, and we're going to remove all these disgusting and sort of self-inflicted statuses from across my team as we get Giga Drained once again. So as you can see, that did a remarkable chunk of damage, and I am kind of upset by that. So I'm going to switch out into my Survivor right now after getting rid of the sleep, and this was obviously obvious, so my opponent predicts that very nicely and goes straight for the Dragon Tail and slaps me out, so I was like, oh well, you know, tits. And I'm gonna get tailed out into Booker. This was not bad at all, this is completely fine. I went straight for the stab Bug Buzz. And this Meganium is actually gonna take that sort of fairly decently. Mind you, I am just Focus Sash Timid, so I don't have Life Orb or anything like that boosting my my attacks. I'm just kind of straight bluntly going for it. So Booker is gonna faint, and I was a little concerned at this point because I thought I need to like kill this thing. And my Survivor was like the only Pokemon that could really get a solid hit on it, so I had to preserve that, and my Basculin needed to be able to, you know, not get Giga Drained and maybe give the Meganium all its health back at some point would be pretty nice. Obviously my Miltank couldn't do that much one-on-one against it. I mean, I could just sit there and Seismic Toss until my udder fell off, but I don't really want to do that. I like my udder, it's pretty cool. you know, it's pretty neat. Anyway, my opponent's going to go into a pancake, just choosing to fodder it off. Maybe trying to hash around at survival potentially, but I just spam poison jab, and thankfully that is going to be enough to take it out. Stun Fisk, by the way, is remarkably slow. It's like 30 something. It's really quite terrible. Anyway, Polly is still here, and what I was saying about my Basculin before I rudely cut myself off was I need to preserve this thing because it's the only one that can truly take out Polly. My Basculin is the only one that can take out Polly. Diddle can take a hit, yeah, kinda, but I needed to preserve my Survivor for the Meganium and my Basculin for Polly, so the only thing that Diddle could even do is just come in here and die, so it's a very difficult situation. I do believe Diddle could have ultimately udder flapped at Meganium until it died, but we couldn't deal with Polly and the Meganium as well, so we're going to just go for the crunch, lock ourselves into that, because as I said earlier, we are scarfed. It's going to do more damage than Adaptability Waterfall, I think, at least. That was my logic, and I was trying to hope for like a defense drop or something like that on Cheeto, maybe even a crit, I don't know. We were just trying to hope for something to happen. So we're going to go for crunch, and it's going to take that amazingly and go for the Giga Drain, absolutely destroying my Burrito Bill. I wanted to say Bullet Bill, but you can't say the word bullet because it's shooting people. Nintendo doesn't really like that very much, so yeah, Cheeto is going to sit here like the asshole that she is and and regain HP with the lefties. So I'm going to go into Ghost, and we're just going to go for the poison jab. I was pretty confident that I could deal with this thing, but even so, I really needed to see it die for the sake of being able to sleep at night, so we do manage to take it down to like 1 HP, I suppose, and this Giga Drain is not going to do nearly enough damage to matter in the long run. And we're just gonna kind of be fine with it, really. Yeah, we're gonna be able to take it out with the next poison jab. Ghost going for that, and taking Cheeto out very nicely. So that is going to be the game, so thank you so much, Evan, for the challenge. That was a very close 1-0 victory in my favour. That was very stressful indeed, and I was really happy that I brought Survivor, otherwise I'd have had nothing to deal with the Muck or the Meganium, both of which were very troublesome and weird things. But yeah, no, they were very interesting. So folks, I really do hope you enjoyed this NU battle. Answer the question of the day if you like, which is going to be, what is your favourite NU tier Pokemon? I mean, if you don't play by tiers, just I don't know, maybe have a look at the tier listing, just have a look, see what your favourite NU Pokemon is. You don't have to answer the question of the day, after all, you could just go out and live your merry life. But my favourite NU Pokemon is probably maybe Bouffalant. I really like Bouffalant, but I'm very indecisive when it comes to NU Pokemon. I really do just love them all, to be honest. But anyway, folks, I really do hope that you have enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you soon, my friends. Bye-bye!